Honourable Member for St James North.
Today is Friday.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. The opposition, in principle, supports this resolution. Anything to do with advancing the cause of children with disabilities and within the wider context, persons with disabilities, will be supported by this party. I would first, however, want to commend the Rotary Club of Barbados for this initiative in advancing the cause. I know, of course, there are a couple members of this Parliament who are Rotarians. My colleague, St. George South Member of Parliament, I know is one, I believe. The Member of Parliament for St. Michael's Central is also one. The Rotarians have to be commended for this. It is a service organization that has done yeoman service internationally, and regionally and locally as well. Similar service organizations have done the same, the Lions of which I'm a proud member. The Kiwanis, for example, the other members in this House are members of Kiwanis, and all of this helps advance the cause of governance and to advance the socio-economic development of our country. A government, we all accept, cannot do it all by itself, and the spirit of voluntarism has to be promoted and encouraged in any society, especially in a small developing country such as Barbados. In fact, a study in Canada about 3-4 years ago came to the conclusion that about 7% of the gross domestic product of Canada is related to voluntary service of organizations such as these organizations and other non-governmental organizations, especially in areas of education and health and in sporting activities. Would also want to commend the partners of the Rotarians in this venture, some of whom the Honourable Minister in his presentation of the resolution spoke. But, Madam Deputy Speaker, also have some concerns because we should be facilitating the cause and promotion of service organizations such as Rotaries and Lions in assisting in the development of Barbados. But instead, we had last week a pronouncement, last week Monday, by the Honourable Minister of Finance, seeking to curtail the tax allowances that presently exist, encouraging people to make monetary donations to organizations such as these and to other non-governmental organizations and charities. Because after all, the pronouncement of a minister is what is the law, as I understand it, for 4 months until the enabling legislation is passed. And the Honourable Minister of Finance clearly said in his budget presentation that deductions will no longer exist except for contributions to trade unions and one-off donations to charities, including the church. That is what I heard him say. And the natural interpretation of that is that if you give a donation to the church, a monetary donation to the church, as many Christian-minded Barbadians do. Barbados is traditionally, of course, a Christian-minded, God-fearing society. That if you give that one-off donation to your church within the space of a financial year, any contribution